Welcome to the 27th Annual St. Michael's College School Intermediate Public Speaking Competition. It's a celebration of courage, creativity, conviction, and the power of student voice. This morning we gather not simply to hear speeches, but to witness something increasingly rare in today's world. Young men and young people willing to stand in front of an audience, organize their thoughts, and speak with purpose and confidence. Now, it's often said that public speaking is one of the greatest fears people have, one of the most challenging things they can ever do. In fact, according to one famous survey, people fear public speaking more than death itself, which means at a funeral, people would rather be in the coffin than give the eulogy. But not you guys. These young men have willingly stepped into the spotlight. They have taken ideas, experiences, questions, frustrations, and passions, and transformed them into speeches designed to persuade, entertain, and inspire. As you already know, public speaking is far more than simply memorizing words. It's about connection, it's about presence, it's about finding your voice and having the courage to use it. Over the past term, you have worked diligently to refine your oratory skills. You have learned that an effective speech is not just about what you say, but more so about how you say it. You have become familiar with two very important acronyms, SPEV and GEEK. Not two Star Wars droids or two new Pokemon evolutions, but two words that help guide you as you stand on this stage. They focus on speed, pause, expression, volume. That's what. There you go. And gesture, eye contact, enthusiasm, and posture. Public speaking is one of the few skills that will benefit you no matter where life takes you. You may find yourself in classrooms, boardrooms, interviews, presentations, courtrooms, locker rooms, or maybe even on a stage one day bigger than even this one. It will take you to great heights. This competition represents a culmination of classroom preparation, practice, and revision. To all competitors this morning, regardless of the final results, simply standing up here is a victory in itself, and it deserves recognition and a great applause. Now, continuing with our journey of inspiring thoughts and powerful perspectives, please join me in warmly welcoming Gabriel Trauma.
Does inclusivity really exist? But before we can answer that, we need to ask, what does inclusivity mean? Well, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, it means the fact of including all types of people and treating them all fairly and equally, regardless of their religion, background, gender, etc. But is this how we observe inclusivity? The truth is, we try to include as many people as we can, but without realizing it, we only focus on the same cultures and groups over and over again. So between the definition and this conflict, this is obviously not what inclusivity is. So today, I'll be covering why and how we have failed to reach true inclusivity, with daily examples that will show you and leave you wondering that what we think inclusivity is false. Our goal is going to great lengths to include everyone in it. Despite having positive intentions, have we inadvertently placed some cultures above others? Our public schools are adorned with only certain religious items, and rules have been put into place because of belief systems. Now, this is a great way to make diverse groups feel like they belong, but where does this put everyone else? Doesn't it seem like belief systems have been imposed onto society to create inclusivity? Now, professionals these days are being told that certain religious and cultural items cannot be worn in some settings, and they're being told to reformat their speech so that some people are not offended. This happened to a close family friend of mine, where she was told by her supervisor to remove her cross. Now, I want you all to think of something. Think of what you think about is 1 is greater than 1. Now, normally, this would seem pretty weird or odd or whatever you think of it. And don't worry, this is normal. But because normally, it would be 1 is equal to 1 and not 1 is greater than 1. But here it is. This is an analogy that I created to show that there's a sense of superiority and inferiority in today's society. The first one represents all the different types of cultures and groups that are actually recognized in today's society. And the second one is everyone else. This is a representation of retention mentality being brought by our strategies to create inclusivity. If we are to be truly inclusive, then we must all first reach 1 is equal to 1 and then just a single 1. We have dedicated months to certain cultures and groups. This helps to raise awareness, celebrate, and support who they are. Doing this is also a great way to create a sense of inclusion. However, not everybody has a month dedicated to them. So, is this in line with our definition of inclusivity? And does it just create a sense of entitlement? Do you ever think about the ones who don't even have a dedicated day and just sit back to be spectators rather than celebrate who they are? Now, over the years, the rules of inclusivity have separated society rather than bringing it together. Relationships have been strained because of the growing distance between different religions, cultures, and groups. Let's take a look at a few arguments where modern inclusivity becomes divisive. Emphasis on identity groups. Some critics suggest that by constantly focusing on race, gender, and other identity markers, inclusion efforts have yet again inadvertently prioritized differences over shared commonalities. Perception of inequality. There is a sense of self-discrimination amongst these groups. This can lead them to believe that they're being treated unfairly while they pursue equity. This can create social tensions and lead to separation. Now, there is so much more that I wanted to say, but I feel like I don't have the freedom to say it. This is the result of how we've tried to create inclusivity in our society today. Must we remove our traditional ornaments from public spaces? Or should we just add to what we already have? By adding to what's already there, we'll be much, much better at attaining the inclusivity we also desperately need. I believe that by treating everybody fairly and encouraging respect amongst all peoples is the only way that we will reach true inclusivity. When we think about inclusivity, we tend to think about everybody respecting each other, a wide range of equality and diversity. But based on the arguments that I just mentioned, this is obviously not true. So if we're to be truly inclusive, then instead of only recognizing certain cultures and groups, we must also recognize other people's heritage, culture, and past as well, so that everybody feels equal, eliminating any sense of superiority and inferiority in today's society. So I conclude with these words which I ask you to never forget. Recognition creates equality, and with equality, we will have reached true inclusivity. Thank you.
Thank you for that very meaningful speech, Gabriel. It reminds us that creating a truly inclusive world isn't just about big actions. It's often found in the small, everyday choices we make. The way we listen, the way we speak, and the way we make space for other people. I guess as a phys ed teacher, one of the things you come to learn is that inclusivity means that nobody should feel that they're the last kid picked in phys ed. Now, I've got a quick question for you. Of all the musical groups that are out there, which musical group is most tolerant and inclusive? U2. There are so many more. So many more. You just wait. Third place. The anticipation is killing me too, I know. Lewin Murray. You want me out of the picture? and the 2026 St. Michael's College School Intermediate Public Speaking Contest Champion, Declan Connors.